Good Sunday evening, everyone. This is Queen's Knights, aka Dorseus here for another stream, and this time I was feeling a little different, so I got a little surprise for you guys as it's gonna pop up on the screen here in just a second here. We are going to play Stonehearth from Radiant Entertainment. So was feeling a little RPG-ish, more like being in control of other people's lives. I was actually a little late today because I was setting up a D&D character with a new DM, and first time actually playing D&D with my girlfriend Zoe and a bunch of our friends. So yeah, kind of feeling in the mood to start something new. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll be here. Gonna go ahead and start a brand new town with you guys, or kingdom rather, and as you can see, it's super extra unstable combat, latest dev build version, as I have opted into all the latest and greatest stuff that Radiant Entertainment wants to shove into the game, and I'm always down for that no matter what happens. So we may have some crazy stuff happening with our citizens, and it's all going to be a good time. So wait for some of you to get in here, and then we'll get ourselves going. Let's see here, and of course we'll be set for a new game. And this is the story of a brave band of settlers from the Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to the Darkmoor Forest, a location that is sure, and we'll play on normal here because not that fantastic this game, to be an inspiring place to start anew. Oh, isn't that cute? It's gonna be nice, and nothing bad's gonna happen, I hope, to these people. And let's see here. Got an interesting roles for my citizens. Let's see here. None super hardy. Well, there's Alina. And what shall we take? Trapper's knife, farmer's hoe. Let's take the herbalist staff rather, and about the farmer's hoe and a basket of carrots. That's how we're going to the new world. It's going to be great. Now let's see about the world seed 829448136 has to offer. And oh, okay. Well, kind of like this. Let's see here. Minerals up there. Trees. Nope, not a lot of minerals there. We're going to start down here. The last time I started basically next to a lake and between a mountain, and that didn't end so well. Lots of wildlife. We'll start somewhat close, because we need to be close by to still get minerals. That's the problem, is you still want to be close by, so maybe we'll start down here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Decompressing voxels, and that's the other thing about this game too, is like it reminds a lot of people of Minecraft, which isn't bad. That's actually one of the reasons I do like it. It's because I never got really big into Minecraft, but I love Stonehearth, just because it still has that voxel take on it, but everything needs to be put together. It's not like you just place a block, okay, there you go. I have to rely on my Stonehearths to actually go ahead and create everything for us. So as you'll see here, ooh, got a nice little rabbit statue kind of here. Everything's looking, well, if we get a better view here. and cherry with mountains over there. This could be a nice solid start. Let's go right here. A name for the settlement, eh? I don't know about that. Let's see here. Chaotic evil cleric, huh? Well, that's one way to go about it. Don't know if we'll go with the chaotic evil cleric. Welcome, Spooky Toots. And let us see here. And I notice we're dropping lots of frames here, so let me know how it goes. May have to restart the stream here. Let's see here. We will name the town Twitchington, because that's what every good Twitch, based town should be called. Let's see here. And let's see here. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, let my guys gather for a little bit here and see if we can get things kind of rolling. Oops, here we go. Grizzled traveler approaches. Well, let's maybe see what he has to say. No, without going to the pause menu too many more times. Yeah, let's see here. Just celebrated Embarkation Day, eh? Buck up. You look like you'd really benefit from something tasty. How about I give you a basket of turnips, a basket of corn, and 2 baskets of berries? What a kind fellow. And as my lovely earthlings go and chop down a ton of trees here. I'm gonna see if we can get somebody to be a brand new carpenter. Need somebody with a sound mind as well as... Well, they don't have that ton of spirit, because I actually want to use a decent spirit on a good soldier, because they won't run away. So let's change Jaren here. Turn him into a carpenter. Away you go, Jaren. Alrighty. And now we have a novice carpenter. And actually, you know what, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and restart the stream really quick, just because I noticed the frame rate issue is kind of going on right now. So give me just a sec as we address that, and I'll be right back. And we're gonna get the ball rolling here. See if we can't get my carpenter moving. And creating some stuff. Because that's the one thing that's nice about the Ascendancy is literally everything's made of wood. So not that hard to get moving. Kind of got it easy. So get a carpenter's workbench, and away we go. Because one of the first things we'll want to build is definitely shelter, of course. And for now, we'll do something large. Shared sleeping quarters is always a good idea. Let's see here. Kind of just put it right there. Oh, yep, my earthlings stay warm by their fancy little fire. Their poor little hovel only needs like 2 windows. It needs like 4 beds. The nice part is you can go ahead and actually queue up everything, and that's always helpful, because if you know you have enough, you can just get it done. And eventually I'm going to need the wall-mounted lanterns, but as and I can't build them obviously right away. Carpenter doesn't have a level 1 yet, but as he keeps building stuff, he will eventually get to that level 1. So I'll go ahead and I'll queue him up and let him do his thing. Actually, I have 2 workbenches, so I'll do double it. Oh, see, look at that. Already, level 1. You can now make a solid array of basic furniture. It has a max health of +10. While everybody else sits on their butts and does nothing. So that means it's time for a farmer. Yeah, I actually like this one a lot. you know, when I first saw it. It was like, you know, very, very early in development. Hadn't come along as far as it had now, and something just seemed right about it to me. Like, it's, you know, you'd be able to build up to having a massive kingdom, and the fact that you can design your actual buildings, which I will be attempting, maybe not today, but eventually, you can build up your own buildings and they will actually build them for you, and that's actually kind of cool. And unfortunately, Pantor Mavel doesn't have a lot of mind. He's got an okay body and an okay spirit, but I think he's going to be my farmer. If you couldn't tell, the tech tree is actually pretty expansive as well. Starting out with your basic worker, you can have a blacksmith, carpenter, farmer, footman, herbalist, mason, trapper, weaver, and then it has the advancement. So if you have a good farmer, they can eventually become a cook. A footman can become an archer or a knight. Your herbalist can become a cleric. Your mason could become a potter, or your trapper could become a shepherd. So it actually advances pretty far. And it's only the beginning. So there's Pantor over there. So we'll go ahead and we'll start setting him up a farm out this way, out by the rabbit statue. Because why not? Because rabbits are nice. Do an 11 by 11 field. And we'll grow carrots in honor of the statue here. And on this one, let's go ahead and grow some. Ooh, let's actually grow turnips, because those will grow kind of fast, and we can do stuff with those pretty easily. And then it's actually probably a good idea to actually let the Earthlings sleep during the night. I've actually had it where, yeah, not that kind of shepherd, Lord Incognito, but that would be cool. Have like should just mod it to have a space shepherd. Because this would be his favorite game in the Citadel. But as you can see, they've all kind of fallen asleep. Even our farmer kind of just fell asleep in his partially tilled field here. I've actually had it where they have fallen asleep on top of buildings before, and that's actually kind of funny. So once these guys wake up, we're going to have them go ahead and actually start building this darn thing. I think. Maybe. If we are so... Oh, that's not good. I do not see a door on this. Well, that's not a good sign. Let's go ahead and remove that building before something bad happens. And go ahead and place a new one. Because I'd love to see what they would do without a... without an entire, you know, actual door to get through. Yeah, let's see here. There we go. Finish editing. We will build it. Because if we build it, they will come. Something like that, anyway. Yep, and let's not forget to have the carpenter actually build a door for this place. Otherwise, we won't live it down. And on our first daily update. Let's see here. Oh, not enough food. Morale is somewhat high, but our net worth is actually not that good. So, no new people today. But that'll change as I get our farmer going over there to actually get food for our citizens, and then actually give them a place to stay. It's going to raise the overall value of the village. And if I gotten trappers, I probably could have trapped the raccoons and had like pelts and stuff. But all in due time. see here. And it's kind of funny, so far it's just like the kind of very basic buildings that they have set up, which are pre-programmed. We need to actually just sit and just create a bunch of different building designs. That way I have them, and then that'll get actually a lot of fun. Create towers and whatnot, especially now that they added in the archer class as one of the combat classes. That's actually pretty cool. Yep, as they build the pillars and whatnot, get that going. The strange rabbit statue that we don't know much about yet, even though there supposedly will be a rabbit clan, so you could play as kind of like anamorphic rabbits if you're into like Usagi Yojimbo, an amazing comic by Stan Sakai. You definitely know where that's coming from. And yes, I will collect like pretty much everything around they can possibly use. One for the herbalist can create potions and whatnot to heal with, as well as getting actually fiber from the silkweed, so we can actually have your weaver create things. Oh, and let's not forget, we're actually going to need a little bit more for windows here. And let's plug it away. Carrots are growing, kind of. And I don't know, just something nice and simple about just watching a bunch of people just go ahead and actually build a building. Let's see here, probably should actually designate some people to not build things. It's like the farmer can't build things. Should have let's choose Alex and Rose. You don't get to build anything. You get to go actually gather things. That way we actually have materials, because that will actually hinder everything, of course. No materials, no building means no one's happy later. See here, it's like this is like a very watered down version of Banished. After like seeing some gameplay of Banished, I'm like kind of happy I just play Stonehearth, because this can be complicated enough sometimes, but Banished is on a whole another level. Yep, and away the farmer goes. Oh, yep, man, we're actually out of wood, so everybody's actually trying to gather things now. So they're gathering berries, silkweed, and of course, eventually, as this gets too good, I'm gonna have goblins as a problem. And those are always fun, and I actually can't wait, because they actually did talk about how you will be able to play as a goblin eventually, so that'll actually be pretty fun as well. Interact with them more, have goblins around your campfire at night. Along with gold, because you can always have gold. And as you can see, there's a lot of territory here, even though it's just kind of in this one block for now. Eventually enemies will spawn and have to fight them off. And that'll be a lot of fun. Of course, if I don't have a footman by then things could get interesting. And one of the cool things that'll happen is it'll build up actually all the way, you know, through the roof and everything, and hopefully I don't leave like a bunch of cords of wood laying up there, which actually happens quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and we'll speed things up just a little bit. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. You can see they're plotting where their next pieces are going to be, so they start to push out the roof there. And some of the citizens go ahead and stay warm. It's always good. And I can think about actually plotting into the mountains, because that's where you're going to find ore, which you'll actually need if you want to create any actually useful weapons. So it's just a matter of which way do we want to go. Do we want to go kind of the south area here, or just face north and climb our way up? Which is actually probably what we'll do. And then once they got it all up, like they do here now, scaffolding comes down, and they get themselves a fancy building. So let's actually go ahead and plot for another building here. And we'll do the cottage for 2. Maybe we'll do that one off to the side here. And that one requires 2 beds, 1 lantern, 2 window frames, and 1 door. So that means we're going to be asking a lot of our awesome carpenter here. There we go. A regular wooden door. And then 1 on to the lantern. And any better today for a daily update? Nope. Morale is good. Net worth, not so much. So we're kind of starving and we're not worth that much. Isn't that great? And my farmer falls asleep out in his fields again. Not a good sign. Not at all. Actually, as a matter of fact, everybody's falling asleep everywhere. Is that right, Spooky? Falling asleep everywhere, including in the fields? Oh, good thing somebody's thinking here. Let's put beds in. We'll fall asleep in beds. Imagine that. Yep, apparently he is tilling pretty hard because he's still there. Meanwhile, windows are getting put in. That's a good sign. It's Carpenter level 2. Collaborative insight. He's skillful enough to use materials created by other crafters, which actually does come in handy because eventually he can actually build a whole slew of stuff. Because for him to be able to do some things, like he needs leather, so like a leather-bound chest, he can't do that on his own. He can't make leather, you know, or get the stuff for a market stall. So he needs cloth for that, so he can't do that on his own either, or even the standard, so that's what he needs a weaver for. And a recurve bow. But he can make a ton of other stuff that everybody else can't. And it happens finally. What do we... Oh! Giant lizard thing. Well, let's see how my townsfolk do today. Their pickaxes and hoes and saw. Well, good to know this group of settlers hasn't run away. They want to protect this place. I think that's where they probably pulled it. It did feel like it. Yeah, and actually the bell sounds like it was too. Now they're all hungry, so, you know, it's a good trade-off. See here. So what that tells me is we should probably get someone dedicated to actually fighting. So probably should actually go ahead and build a wooden sword here, so we can have somebody who's actually just out there ready to go. and once they're kind of healed up, they'll get back to work. Because actually, if they're too beat up, they'll actually go and lay down. If you don't have bandages and whatnot, you won't have a way to actually heal them. So speaking of, it's probably time we get an herbalist. Because I don't want to give up anybody who's... Because that person's well balanced. Alex is well balanced. Yeah, let's... Because I want somebody who's higher in mind. Six spirit too. Yeah, I think Scarlet is our herbalist. And away she goes to claim her new destiny. Oh. Go, herbalist, go. And now we have an herbalist, we can actually create potions. So once we have the potions, citizens of Stonehearth, or citizens of Twitchington rather, can actually go ahead and heal up. Yeah, especially now that we're having food come in, it's going to get way easier. So what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and create a little zone here. Because it's nice because you can divvy it up. So I'll say none. The only thing that goes there is food and drink. And whoop. Let's see here. Select this zone. Put no food and drink in it. Haha! A goblin. Ich the Ripped yearns for a life of comfort, and yet he's attacking this town. Well, today is not his day. Nope, and he's kind of cowering in fear, so maybe this wasn't his ideal plan. If only he would just go away. Work out a little easier, I think. And there he goes with some of my stuff. That's fine. We'll let him go. He's barely getting away with his life. here. Now at least 4 people can go to bed today. We'll see who actually does. And we'll go ahead and start on our next building here. And the first step is to build a giant ladder to nowhere. And lots of scaffolding. And watch the goblin steal away with all our stuff again. That's always something too. Oh, well, of course. The little goblin camp is right here too. Alright, farmer level 1 and an herbalist level 1. It's a start. Let's see here. Alex is pretty balanced. Alana has a good body and spirit though, so she would actually make a fantastic footman, so we'll go ahead and promote her. Now she'll go ahead and patrol the town. Yep, and the daily update says, ooh, not quite enough food, but we still don't have a high enough net worth. So the town has to be worth more. Of course. That takes some time. Let's see here. Go ahead and build a mason's hammer and chisel and a spindle, because we will need it eventually, along with a tool bench. And probably should get an actual shield for the footman too. Kind of move that up in priority. Yep, go farmer, go. Then eventually we'll want to start thinking about getting our way up here. So if we think about it, what I want is a ladder, just so we can actually get up places here. Straighter shot up, the better. So eventually we'll want to get up here and dig into the side of the mountain. All in time, of course. That'll kind of speed things along, because we don't need to just always sit and watch them build. We'll go ahead and we'll build a dining hall as well. So that way they can be somewhat civilized. Or something like that. Let's see here. Where do we want to put it? Yeah, just outside the fire. Yeah, that's kind of a nice spot there. And that's going to require dining tables and chairs. That's actually a lot of work for our carpenter here. Hello, Twitchington. I'm just passing through, but I'd be willing to make a trade or two if you're interested. If you make me 6 wooden doors, I'll be back in 2 days and might be able to get you 1 stone maul in exchange. Well, that would definitely be a step up for the footman to have a stone maul. Man, 6 doors. I could probably actually do it. So let's actually go ahead and wait for it to save really quick and pause it, and we'll take a look at what the carpenter's got to do. So nothing in the queue. So 6 wooden doors. Don't know why you'd ever need that many wooden doors. We'll do an extra one because that'll be for the actual dining hall. We needed 4 tables and 10 chairs. And we actually probably always need windows as well. And there we go.